like to welcome everyone to the Tuesday, November 10th, 2015 City Council meeting. If you would please stand for the invocation and pledge, and I ask Councilman Bernie Wilson to lead us in prayer.
First, Heavenly Father, we come this afternoon. We thank you for another day because Heavenly Father, you woke us up this morning, holding in our right mind. You allowed us to move around in this city. Now, at this meeting, we ask that you look over us and lead, guide, and direct us. Whatever we do, let it be for the betterment of this city and Hartsville. We give you all the honor and all the praise. Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, item number 3 on the agenda is a motion to waive reading of and approve minutes of the Tuesday, October 13th, 2015 regular city council meeting and the Tuesday, October 22nd special council meeting. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. There is no opposition. The motion passes. At this time, I'd like to turn the chairmanship over to Councilman Braddock.
Thank you, sir. Election 2015 results. Ms. Sharon Skipper, if you'll give us those, please.
Thank you, Councilmember Braddock. As reported by the Director of the Darlington County Board of Elections and Registration, Mr. Court Campbell, who is unable to be with us tonight, so I'm filling in for him. The following November 3rd, 2015 general elections results have been certified as follows. Council District 2, votes cast Bernice Wilson 90, Christopher Shirley 11. Council District 4, no votes were counted. Pursuant to South Carolina 421, no election was conducted because there was no opposition. And so Councilman Andrews would be re-elected with being unopposed. Council District 6, the votes cast were William Shirley 53, Casey Copeland 52. And that the legal time limit has expired and all protests have been heard and decided, it is recommended that these successful candidates be confirmed by City Council. Council District 2, Mr. Bernice Wilson. District 4, Mr. Johnny Andrews. District 6, William Shirley. Thank you, Councilmember Braddock.
Thank you. Without objection, the successful candidates are confirmed. All righty. At this time, the swearing in of the newly elected officials. Mr. Driggers, I'm going to turn it over to you, please, sir.
This gentleman is sworn today. Gentlemen, have the newly elected councilman step down here, and I'll give the oath to each one of you. We have somebody here. Let's get Councilman Wilson first if we can. Get someone, he has some help tonight. He has some help all the time. All right, sir, if you raise your right hand, Councilman Wilson, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear and affirm
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duty of the office
to which I have been elected,
in which I have been elected,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me
A little
God.
bit more. As council member, as a council member of the municipality of Hartsville,
As council member of the municipality of Hartsville,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors
I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law, the purposes
according to the law and the purpose
for which I have been
for
elected.
which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're duly sworn in.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Sheriff, I'm gonna take this I'm doing this in seniority, John, if you don't mind. Can I just say me too? Councilman Shirley, you will?
Right.
That'll be fine. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
that I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and the United States.
and the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
As council member of Hartsville,
As council member of Hartsville,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors
and I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law,
according to the law,
the purposes for which I have been elected.
for the purposes of which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. There's not one to adjourn. Oh, yeah. That's it. Mr. Purvis, give that to you to sign. Pen somewhere. Take it. All right, sir. We'll get another, left wing and right wing. All right, sir. If you will please repeat after me, Councilman Andrews. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So
So help me God.
As council member of the municipality of Hartsville,
As council member of the municipality of Hartsville,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors
and I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law,
according to the law,
the purposes for which I have been elected.
the purposes for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. sir.
Thank you very much.
Everybody say amen. Still on.
Okay, Chair will open the floor for nominations for Mayor Pro Tem. No, I'm just kidding, Rob. Don't renominate him yet. He's still got to go. All right, congratulations to all three of you. Yeah, You ran good campaigns, and you represent your constituents well, so congratulations. So, the next item on our agenda, Chief, I brought my nerve pills today, so we're in good shape now. Yes, sir. The Nevada crisis is over, thankfully. We've got a couple of proclamations that we want to present this evening. Let me just make sure we get them signed. Okay. We're gonna do two hospice proclamations, if that's okay. All right. We'll start with Embrace Hospice. So this is National Hospice and Palliative Care Month, and so we've got a lot of representation from the community celebrating this month. So we want to bring you all up first, if you would, so we can give you the proclamation. We've got one for both of you. So on behalf of the city, I want to say thank you for what you do to serve those folks in need. Your husband's going to take a picture of you. Okay, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Yeah, we can do, yeah. Yeah, come on up. Yeah. This is all of yours. Come on up.
Y'all
So,
green.
our next proclamation presentation is Hospice Care of South Carolina. So I want to present this to y'all and say thank you. Y'all all smile and say hey. Okay, thank you. Probably my real job, we get to work with hospice more than most people. So I can tell you from a first-hand basis, I get to hear how people appreciate what y'all do for them. I wish we had it for the last 100 years like we do now, because it really makes a difference on families. So thank you all for that. And if we get a hospice house in Hartsville, we'll be doing good things, I think. So hopefully we're going to get there. But thank you all for being here this evening. Okay, Madam Manager.
I just want to welcome leadership to our school. That's why it's mostly full here tonight. I don't know if Winetta wants to introduce.
Sure, I would love.
Please.
This is the class of 2016, and we've got 9 of them here tonight. So if you'd stand and just introduce yourself and say where you work, that would be great. I'm really pleased with this class. It's a very good class. Go ahead, please sing. They went to county council last week and had quite an experience, so I hope tonight will be just as exciting.
Might not be as spectacular. We'll try.
Julie Scott with the NECA.
Matt McElveen, Duke Energy.
Phoebe Chapman, I'm the manager of Tin Can.
Travis McCall, Cooper College.
Trey Eagles, SBC Credit Union.
Tiffany Nixon, SBC Credit Union. Go Billy.
Norman Stagman, Hartsville Chamber.
Amanda Thompson, Community Foundation for a Better Hartsville. Thank you for having us.
Also want to let council know that we've submitted our letter of intent to apply for All-American City for 2016. Our application will be due in the spring, but we'll have meetings ongoing between now and that time.
Let me go back to Leadership Hartsville. Really, it's a really neat thing that y'all are doing, and I wish that everybody in the city got an opportunity to do this. Probably the one, if I could have one wish in that wish, it would be
that everybody got an opportunity to go down to the paper mill to see what built this city. It is absolutely a phenomenal experience. Those things are as big as locomotives, and you would think that there were 10,000 people down in there running those machines the way that the city has grown off of that business. So to know that there are 7 to 10 guys that are down there running the mats is absolutely incredible. And my favorite experience was we were sitting there and there was a guy sitting at the control panel and he was just kicked back on the chair. Ernest knows this, been down there longer than anybody. Kicked back on the chair, and we kind of looked at him like, "You're not working very hard." And he looked at us and he said, "Son, when I'm sitting down, Sunoco's making money. When I got to get up this chair, we're losing money. The longer I'm sitting, the better off we're doing."
Right.
So I hope that you guys, have y'all been there yet?
They will.
To Sunoco?
They will.
Okay.
This will be our, next week, we're hanging out here at the city and at county
Awesome.
courthouse. So,
Yeah.
but they will visit there, and they're going to go to JBE, and they have lots of tours.
Okay, and you're going to Duke. Yeah, so that's good. Duke is a really neat thing too. You've got a Duke employee. I don't know that you've gotten to go in and like push the button that sends everything into meltdown in the practice room. That's really fun.
Opens up the running shoes.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you guys for taking the time to do that. It's a really powerful thing that you're getting to do. Sorry.
I also want to point out on your calendar, it's hard to read, it's so small, but this Thursday, the public's invited and council as well. The Parks Committee is holding a public input session on the future of the parks, needs, wants, all of that. So that will be in council chambers this Thursday. And then Downtown Open House is next Thursday night from 6 to 9, so Santa Claus will be in here. And lots of fun things, including snow again this year in Centennial Park.
We've got a grand opening Thursday?
Thursday.
Is that on the calendars?
It is not on there.
Okay, just make a mental note. It's
What
at,
time it's raised down south?
yeah, down the street.
I think it's 10.
Okay. Cool. Anything further? Any questions from council? Yeah, okay. Items listed on the consent agenda will be received without objection. Stand approved. Moving on to unfinished business. Item 6 on the agenda is the public hearing and final reading of ordinance 4218. The manager will publish the ordinance.
Ordinance to approve a 1-year lease renewal of the old rail passenger station to the Old Darlington District chapter of the South Carolina Genealogical Society.
Okay, you've heard the reading of ordinance 4218. At this time, the chair will open the public hearing. If you would like to be heard on ordinance 4218, if you'll rise, state your name and address for the record. Please limit your comments to 2 minutes or less. Hearing none, chair will close the public hearing and entertain any motions from the floor.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we adopt ordinance 4218.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the ordinance? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. The ayes have it. Madam
Mr. Mayor.
Clerk, if you will please make note that the Mayor Pro Tem has abstained from voting.
Due to a possible conflict of interest.
Possible conflict, and he will submit that in writing to you gladly at the end of this meeting. Item 7 on the agenda, public hearing and final reading of ordinance 4219. If the manager will publish the ordinance.
To extend the lease of the property located at 149 West Carolina Avenue to Eunice Alexander. This is for an additional 2 months.
Okay, you've heard the reading of ordinance 4219. At this time, the chair will open the public hearing. If you'd like to be heard on ordinance 4219, if you will rise, state your name and address for the record. Please note your comments in 2 minutes or less. Hearing that there are none, the chair will move to close the public hearing and entertain any motions from the floor.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion we pass ordinance 4219.
Is there any discussion on the ordinance? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. The ordinance carries. Item 8 on the agenda, public hearing and final reading of ordinance 4221. If the manager will publish.
Ordinance amending the 2015-2016 fiscal year hospitality fund budget
You've heard the, yes, please.
for the improvements at the airport.
You've heard the reading of ordinance 4221. This time, the chair will open the public hearing. If you'd like to be heard on ordinance 4221, if you'll rise, state your name and address for the record. Please limit your comments to 2 minutes or less. Hearing that there are none, the chair will move to close the public hearing and entertain any motions from the floor.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion we pass ordinance 4221.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of ordinance 4221 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Ordinance passes. Moving on to new business, resolution 11-15-01, election of the mayor pro tem.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we continue with the gentleman to your left, Johnny Andrews.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. The chair calls for quorum. Vote by division. Yes, ma'am. There's a motion on the floor to nominate. If you'd like to nominate yourself, you have the right to do so.
I move that nominations come to a close.
Moved.
So the nominations have come to a close. Without any further discussion, all in favor of the mayor pro tem continuing his service, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Madam Clerk, let the record reflect that council has unanimously, somewhat reluctantly, voted the mayor pro tem in.
And I'd just like to thank the council for
A floor speech, why not?
for your, for New Year. But thank you again for your confidence.
The clerk would also make notice that the mayor would like to have a state funeral if he were to be assassinated prior to the mayor pro tem's installation. We have an expert on assassinations in the crowd that would probably validate that.
And the conspiracies behind it.
There's going to be a conspiracy. Item number, congratulations, sir. Served the city well. Item number 10 on the agenda, ordinance 4222.
An ordinance to lease the property at 222 North Fifth Street from Hartsville Community Center Building Commission. This is for the museum.
You've heard the first reading of ordinance 4222. The chair will entertain any motions. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, is this ordinance always passed on a 10-year?
Yes, they do 10-year leases. Yes, ma'am.
Answer your question. Okay. Any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. The ordinance carries first reading. Item 11 on the agenda, first reading of ordinance 4223. The mayor will publish.
Ordinance to amend Hartsville City Code by adopting Hartsville Architectural Design Guidelines and A zoning, Article 9 District Regulations, Section 5B1 Central Business District Zone, subsection D. Although I really want you to adopt this, I recommend it. They're not in front of you, so I would ask that we postpone voting on that until the next meeting. I don't want you to vote on something you haven't seen.
Not
It's
it?
not in there. You have it. It's not in my packet.
You need to start reading your packets.
It's not in my packet. They're making copies right now for you.
No, for us. Nope.
All right? No. You're good to go.
Chair will entertain any motions on ordinance 4223.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion we pass ordinance 4223.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Yes, I was very impressed with this. It was a lot of work went into it, and what impressed me is not just the verbiage, but also you've got the photographs that shows you what might relate and what is clearly in violation. So that was very helpful for this committee.
It'll definitely make it easier on applicants.
Yeah, I agree. And several good shots of artful businesses and buildings.
Am I missing that part?
It was a
Oh, it's
separate-
supplemental.
Yeah,
piece,
yeah.
Okay, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by nay. The ordinance carries first reading. Item 12 on the agenda, Resolution 11-15-02. A resolution for approval of a bid award to Mid-State Masonry for repairs to the Veterans Memorial.
Real quick, I just want to let council know, we came to you before and ask that you award it to another vendor. They cannot meet all of our requirements, and so we found another person that can repair it. It's a few $1,000s more, but we're recommending that we go and follow through with this one.
How much more dollars?
There it is.
I think it's less than two, less than $2,000.
Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Second. Is there any discussion?
Yes, sir. Mr.
Madam?
Mayor. Yes, Mr. Mayor. I expressed concern before concerning this project. When you do a project like this, the materials that are used are supposed to be able to withstand so many degrees, like it may have a 0-degree crack temperature or heat stress. I did not see the original, but I would like for us to be very mindful of that we get what we bargained for.
I think, Madam Manager, what the Councilwoman is asking are the guarantees and assurances. Does this installation come with any type of warranty?
I'm going to defer to Gina and Shannon on this. They've been working with them.
It will,
Ms. Tiller?
for a specific term, yes.
Go ahead,
We'll
Tiller.
write that in the contract. We did not have a contract prior with the last company. That said, I don't think you're going to get a warranty that's going to be, say, a 10-year, 20-year warranty. I just don't think you're going to get anything like that. We have talked with many different contractors, met with many different folks about what to do about the memorial, what's the best type of materials to use while still trying to maintain the integrity of the original design. And really absent going extremely high end, like a granite or something that would be much more weatherproof, which certainly can't be done for the dollars that we have available. This is really what we can afford. It matches the design, and they feel like it'll be a good fit and a good fix for the problems that we've had for that memorial in the past.
I don't know that, I understand Madam Councilwoman's question about weatherability, but what is the difference in this installation and the last? So the last is falling off.
It's not so much the materials as it is how it's being installed, and maybe some of the binders that are being used to actually do the mortaring in between the actual stones themselves. That's a big part of the difference, is more so the installation than it is the actual materials.
So they're just going to be mortared back on. They're not going to have like bosses and studs, screws into the back of it.
There's screws. There are going to be screws. Yeah,
Okay.
there's screws in it now. It was some of where the cornerstones are put together. A lot of the grouting was a big part of the issue, the ability to withstand water, expand and contract. That's where a lot of the issues are coming from, is where water has been able to seep down through the actual memorial itself.
Why not put a copper top on it? You could have a roofer do that.
If that's the way we want to go, then we're going to almost have to meet and have some sort of design committee that decides the new design, because we were trying to keep within the original intent and design of the original memorial. And we could go 1,000 different directions, but that would require really a whole new design.
I guess what we're trying to dig at is the top of it is falling outwards, which is more than just mortar. I mean, that's not attached.
Well, it's going to be reinforced you got to take everything down, reinforce it, then reattach as well. So all that's being done as part of this project. But if we want to look at it and study it even further, then we need direction from council as to exactly what are we looking to accomplish.
Yeah.
What did they come up with, the problem that caused that thing to happen?
Nobody's.
When water gets down inside a concrete building or wall and it freezes and
It's
expands,
exactly the issue.
it just pushes it out and makes it crack.
Exactly the issue.
That's why I say put a copper dome on it. It wouldn't be a huge amount of money. And there'd be no water getting in the mortar. Be easy to do.
Okay, if there are not any further questions, then we'll put it to a vote. Resolution 11-1502, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Resolution carries. Item 13 on the agenda, Resolution 11-15-03, approval of bid award for demolition services. That's the Housley Corporation of Johns Island. The bid of $18,121.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion to pass resolution 11-15-03.
It's a motion and second. Any discussion? Madam Manager, this is for demolition for,
City initiated demolition. Ones that are not participating in the program.
any further questions?
Yes.
How many houses will be demolished for this amount?
How many houses did you bid out?
Four. There's 4 houses on this bid.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to know that I'm going to get in touch with Mr. Rivers so that I can find out specifics of some of the properties, because sometimes I'm able to reach out to property owners and give them some education once, the demolition has taken place, so that we don't have the next year or the next 6 months even, the regrowth. So I like to be kept abreast of that. It used to be in a packet, but everybody doesn't particularly need that.
Okay. Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Resolution carries. Item 14 on the agenda, Resolution 11-15-04, transfer of cemetery revenue to Perpetual Care Investment Fund.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion to pass resolution 11-15-04.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Resolution carries. Item 15 on the agenda, Resolution 11-15-05, approval of distribution of local hospitality tax revenue.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion to pass resolution 11-15-05.
Okay, in your, there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Second. In your packets, you will see the allocation of funds and the amount requested. Hearing no additions, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Resolution carried.
Question.
Yeah.
I want to ask if,
We have an objection from the floor, so let me invalidate that vote. That was.
I want to ask if these were the only participants.
Yes, those are the only applicants.
Applicants, I'm sorry.
For this round, yes, ma'am.
When will the next round open?
It will be in the spring in May.
May?
May, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. The resolution carries. Item 16 on the agenda. The motion to enter executive session pursuant to South Carolina Code Freedom of Information Act 30-4-70, paragraph A, subparagraph 1 and 2, for discussions of negotiations incident to proposed contractual arrangements and proposed sale or purchase of property, appointments to Parks Committee, receipt of legal advice relating to pending litigation.
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. We stand in executive session. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to come and be a part of your government.